You know when one of these saves, it's very easy to start thinking it's all going really well, and then you get a shock back down to earth. So we've managed to get Gibraltar to a record high, tied 160th in the world, up from nearly 200th. That's progress. But tied with Rwanda, that's less progress. A little bit less. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm the Track and Foot Manager, and welcome back to Glasses United. And it was going well until the last game, which I'm really glad I didn't show you, because the original intention was to show you the previous game and this one. And then I noticed that College 75 were the next one, obviously there's a bit of interest, so I thought, we'll do these two, which is good, because the last game was absolutely turgid. Dreadful game of football, settled by a penalty for the other guys. Never mind, eh? When did we last meet? We last met somewhere around Europa, didn't we? Is that right? That feels about right. St. Joseph's, we drew one each. They had a man sent off, Luke Trotman, who's occasionally played for Gibraltar, even though he's English. We weren't desperately good, but that was always going to be a struggle of a match after playing Europa. We struggled, as you would expect. Then we played Lincoln at home and beat them 2-1. And we were way better than them. Way better than them. Yeah. The same numbers, if you notice, 2,226 with 1,266 away. So again, we found 1,000 fans from somewhere. They never turn up to any of our other games, but they're there for this one. Delane Ferguson at the end of the first half and Kenny Coker with a pen at the end of the second half does not tell the story. We probably could have won this one 4 or 5-1. And that's scary when you think Lincoln are meant to be one of the really, really good sides. Maybe I am turning this team around. I thought that until the last game. Away to Lynx, we beat them 3-1. We were 3-0 up inside 20 minutes, and then we stopped playing, but that's fine because we still beat them. Friendly against Ceres Deportivo. The Lions at home, we beat 2-0. Hobbs and Coker had it wrapped up in the first half. Again, we were much better than them. And then we played the Magpies, and we were turgid. We were absolutely shocking. 1-0 down to a Greater X penalty. I also noticed that Magpies have a fantastically named player who is the frontman for Aerosmith. Sadly, he's not any good, but Pete Tyler, fair play. And yeah, that's where we are now. So we have Europa Point at home, and then we have College 75 at home. In terms of the league table, I'll double check the date. Well, 19th of October was the last time we met. I'll double check if I've signed anyone else. I don't think I have, but I've been away on holiday for the weekend, so I can't really tell you. But it's a fourth, with a game in hand over 5th and 6th. I'd like to think, with the remaining fixtures all being easier ones, easier, not easy, but we've done Lincoln and we've done Europa. Europa Point are right behind us. College 75 are right in front of us. Europa Point are traditionally not so good. Look at that. Look at the damage I've done to this league. 6 consecutive years of Europa FC rule. You'd like to think that these are both wins, but you never know with this Glasses side. We're still in the throw a dartboard for form kind of category. Who is this Matteo Zajimi? Do we know him? Kosovan. No caps. Make sure you stay in the country a couple of years, won't you? Right, quick look at transfers. Like I said, I don't think I've brought anyone in. No, Craig Rickard was the last. Adam Stevens will be joining us from Mons Calpe. Hey, look, Gary. Gary, look. He's fairly determined. With determination of 15. I looked at signing him over January, but they wanted like £6,000, and I don't think he's that player, not yet. He's on 600 quid a week there. He'll be on 450 with us, but we did have to give him a fairly hefty signing on fee, but that's fine. 22-year-old centre mid, he'll be just grand. I don't understand why Montcalpe loaned him to St. Joseph's. Don't understand that. They're getting rid of him on the grounds that they are about to go into financial meltdown. Bless them. Montcalpe are in trouble financially. I don't find there's information about this somewhere. Facilities? No? Somewhere it will tell you financial thing. It's probably on the screen now, but I'm being a bit thick. No? Is it on that screen? Oh, finance is insecure. It's behind my face. It's down there. Finance is insecure. They are in a bit of trouble. On the subject of ownership and things of that nature, which we were only tenuously on, but I'll take a segue wherever I can. We're in for another board change. The Glasses United chairperson, James Watson, is looking to sell. He's only been in for about 6 months. I'm delighted with this news because he's a pain. I've managed to convince him of about one thing since we've been here. And it's not like we're short of cash. There's 450 grand in the bank. All we've managed to convince him to do is up the youth coaching or the youth intake. I forget which. Let's see if we can work it out. Facilities? It was the junior... Well, no, it was the youth recruitment. It was limited youth recruitment. It's now basic youth recruitment. That's the only thing we've convinced him to do. I asked for academy coaching, and he goes, screw you, you've got enough youngsters. I asked for training and youth facilities. Nah, I don't want to do that. So hopefully he'll pop off for someone who's a little bit more progressive. The only other thing that's changing is something else. Oh, we got a youth intake preview. Now, I believe these as much as I believe the Tory government, but it reckons that we've got a good defensive midfielder, a good attacking midfielder, and a good goalkeeper. And it also reckons it's an excellent group of players, despite the fact there's only one in most positions. And I imagine many of these people are the same. We've been told excellent intake before and got a couple of bus drivers in, but we'll see how it goes. And I think that's about all the... Oh, no, that's not. Gibraltar. I was making the reference in the opening about being 160th. We've done okay. If we press the schedule button, it'll help. I don't know where you last saw us. And yes, there's a lot of red on that screen. But only losing 2-0 to Sweden. We talked about this. 4-0 defeat against Greece, but they're flying. They're top of the group. A 5-0 win over Montenegro and a subtle 2-1 defeat to Holland. It wasn't that close, to be fair. It was about a 2-0 game. But at the same time, well, actually, it was about a 4-2 game, if we're being honest. But it was probably a 2-goal defeat. We did miss a fair few chances, but at the same time, we gave up a lot of chances as well. But those numbers mean that we completely failed to get out of European qualifiers Group C. That's fine. 4th place in there, 6 points. Montenegro took a point off somebody. I'm guessing that must be Holland. No, it was Greece. Took a point off Greece even though they wanted to win the group. Holland lost to Greece and drew against Greece. So Greece didn't lose to anybody. So drew at Montenegro, so, you know, even we can beat them. So yeah, that's the end of that campaign. That's fine. We were obviously never going to achieve anything out of there anyway. The following set of fixtures has not yet been drawn up for them. It will be a Nations League Group C, which we have to be looking to win. We have to be looking to win our group now, whenever that comes around. Apart from that, we should probably get on and play some football. Blackmore will be in goal, with Forrest, Hopper, Hobbs, and Victory as the back four, with Hawkins and Ferguson in the middle, Kay and Rickard on the wings, Johnson and Coker up front. Greg Simpson's asking to leave? Is he? Okay. You can just go if you want. No. You want to leave, but you don't want to leave for free. Money grabber! Never mind. That team sheet, what I just said, is still valid, and we're going to go and play Europa Point. And like I say, the second game will be College, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get past them. Also be interesting to see if we bounce back against, after having been defeated by Magpies. First goals, we like scoring goals. Does Dominic Hawkins have anything to do with a promise? I don't know what you're on about. Hobbs has been impressive. Yeah, sure, why not? If you say so. So I'd say a win out of these two will guarantee us top half. That's my guess. Victory has a throw in now for Coker. Dreadful pass by Coker, and here comes Ryan on the break. Ferguson stepping across him and doesn't quite win it off him, but he's fast enough to go back again and slide tackle pass to Rickard. Beautiful stuff. Coker taking on Sanders. Hawkins towards Coker, who goes around the Colonel like he's not there. Back to Kay, who's got an open goal, and it's blocked away, but he gets a second chance. And Zach Kay, tiny Zach Kay, gets his first ever Glasses United goal. 1 minute and 40 seconds in, we're 1-0 up on Europa Point. And we got that goal even though I took the piss out of Colonel Sanders' name. It's a KFC reference in case you missed it. I know I have to explain it these days. It's a good block by Higgs, but it leaves the goalkeeper completely unmarked. Unmarked? Wrong-footed. That's what I was going for. Alright, we want the league table if we might. There we go. It puts us up to 4th, and it puts us 5 points ahead of Europa. Ferguson hits a free kick, but bends, and Coker taps it into the empty goal. He will never score an easier goal, as the cliche goes, but this time he probably will hit it well. Ferguson can hit a free kick, by the way. Yeah, he's good. I mean, the curl on this that's Roberto Carlos, isn't it? It starts out going out for a throw-in. And Tadella makes a save, but Coker can tap it into the empty net. And yeah, 5 points ahead of Europa and a game less. You have to say we're in the top half with a win here. Ferguson to Forest. Hawkins. Hobbs is there on the wing and he's... Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hobbs comes back, wins it beautifully, and Hopper. Rickard with a lump forward and Coker's behind it. Can we get in this one? Hits it and that's 2. No, it's not. It's 3. Numbers are hard. That's 3-0 in 15 minutes. And guess what, guys? We're back. We're just starting to make this team. And yes, I know I've signed some pretty ropey players. And I know I've signed a lot of low determination, money grubbers. But I'm managing to weed them out. Like, we threw a lot at the wall and a lot of it didn't stick. And in some cases it's been immediately sacked. But that's fine. Tadella picks up the ball. Johnson just sort of watches him like a lion stalking prey. Huge boot up to the left wing. Kyle Victory's under it, nods it down. Battersby. Back to Dobinson. Mikey Yome. Big ball out wide. Forrest should win that header and does. Craig Rickard with some space. Rickard to Johnson. Big ball in front of Coker. For the hat-trick. Coker hits the keeper. Unlucky. And this is a better game than the last. I'm quite glad I'm recording this one, if I'm being honest. Double check that it is actually recording. It is. I haven't done that in a while. Failed to record. But, you know, I'm still paranoid about it. Especially today when it's now 4:24 on Wednesday afternoon. So, I have challenges to get this thing out in time anyway. Yome heads it for absolutely no reason. And Kyle Victory will pick up the pieces. 25th minute. You have to say, we've not... I mean, 5 shots on target. But... that shouldn't be enough to be this comfortably in the lead. Hassan to Battersby. We're giving him a little bit too much respect. Coker's the one who comes charging back to win it. Mikey Yome to Hetherington to Ryan. And surely Hassan's offside. Hassan is standing right in front of Ryan as he shoots. Surely he's offside. I mean, that's obstructing a view from the goalkeeper if you've ever seen it. He's miles offside. He's still miles offside. Oh, he might not be. Maybe Victory comes back too far. Be interesting to see if it puts a replay on. Oh, it is. So, okay. I retract my statement. That's the wrong set of lines. But it looks like Victory plays Hassan onside. I mean, the game almost knew what it was trying to tell me, but not quite. 3-1. Ferguson lifts on forward. Hopper. Not exactly where you want your centre-half. Cuts it back, and it's a dreadful pass again, and Hassan can lead a charge for them. And Hawkins will intercept it beautifully. K to Rickard first time. Rickard powers forward. Take a shot, mate. How's it go? Ooh. Not the very best shots, but a good save from Tudela all the same. I was hoping for a bit more of a thunderbolt, if we're being honest. Ferguson with the cross. In it comes, and it's headed away first time. Hassan will go get it. And that'll end the highlight. And we're going at... Oh, we won't go in at half-time. Not yet. Dobinson throws into Ryan. Well won by K. Coker, taking on the Colonel, who's now on a booking. Drills it in deep, so to speak. Pardon me. As the actress said to the Bishop. Forrest lifts it forward to Johnson. We're talking about the Johnson of the man who's drilled it in. Never mind. Never mind. Mikey Yome. In front of Wright. That was easy. Forrest is coming back. I mean, if he just kept running, he'd have stayed in front of him. That's what annoys me about this so often. That a player that is very clearly much faster will lose a race because he bounces off the back of the guy. Just run round him. Ryan, it's a free kick, and Blackmore had it covered. He says optimistically. Hacked clear. K to Rickard. And suddenly we're on the break. Lay it back in front of K. He goes the wrong way. Rickard. It's a corner. I mean, again, that's generous from Pike. What that ball bounced off, I don't know. Passing aircraft, I think. Ferguson with the corner. Lifted in again, and away it goes again. And Wright will pick it up again. And this is an open bit of play, isn't it? That'll do, ref. 47.50, that'll do fine. 3 minutes, call it that. Not quite. Right crosses it in, and back to Hopper to Victory. And Victory lifts it forward, and that'll end the half. And this is a bit frenetic, isn't it? We're doing well, but we can do better. Also, 5. 5. 5. No need for changes. We're doing all right, I think. Yes, we got 3 goals in 15 minutes and haven't done a thing since. But they're the ones getting all the bookings, look. It's nice to know that there's a referee out there who can book players from both teams. And we'll encourage, because, you know, pay attention, essentially. I've annoyed them all, but still. Wright lifts it into the area, and a good header from Hetherington brings it back to 3-2, and suddenly we're not smashing them anymore. And we've got 25 minutes to hold on to a 3-2 lead. And that's where the encouragement was, you know, just, you know, wake up. Hobbs gets lost under the ball again. Blackmore's starting position is not the very best, and if he's going to start that far out, he really needs to go and claim it. Coker sends it back to Hopper. Hawkins to Ferguson. Hobbs plays it forward and then passes it back. A strange bit of play all run. Hawkins to Coker. K. Suddenly we're on the attack. Dobinson is marking K, but there's 4 in the middle. Swings it in low, and he's beat the keeper to it, but then bounced it off him, and it's unlucky from Hawkins. Ferguson to take the corner. This one will be headed straight away, and we'll probably concede a chance from it. Headed straight away, but we'll just let it roll for our throw. And that'll end the highlight. 70th minute, nearly. Changes. Changes. Turn and face me. Right, I'm putting Hobbs out to left back because he's annoying me at centre half. That doesn't work because we don't have a centre half on the bench. Callum Heath is not a centre half. Marking 3, tackling 4. I don't know why he thinks he's a centre half. He's not, right? We're not doing any of those things. Undo, undo, undo. We're leaving it exactly as it is, which is annoying. Harry Johnson's not having a great game. Let's get Finley Cawthorne on for a bit. Yeah, I could have been better with my choices of of defenders on the bench, really, couldn't I? Let's get Wells Morrison on for Hawkins in case he gets himself sent off, and we'll leave it at that. And we are only 3-2 up, so we do have to pay attention. 75th minute coming up. I mean, in terms of shots on target, we've hammered them. But in terms of the important stat, as the cliche goes, drink, we're only 3-2 up. Sorry, Zach K wants to come off because he's cut his hand. Zach K, the right winger, a position not famously known for using their hands. You'll be absolutely fine, champ. Wells Morrison in front of Coker. It's a good ball into the box. Can we cut it back to Cawthorne, who's in space? He doesn't quite beat his man first. K. He with the broken hand. I mean, cut hand. How do you cut your hand on it? Never mind. Rickard hits the post. K doesn't go get it, and it will be hacked out for our throw-in. Look at him vainly limping over with his cut hand. Victory to Ferguson. No, to K. Careful of his hand. Victory again. Cross comes in. I'm so cruel, aren't I? Tudela comes out. No chance of getting to it. No, Rickard. Rickard? Cawthorne. Him. That guy. Rickard. Yes. Rickard nods it into the empty net. Goalkeeper's got... Should he be coming for this one? I don't think he should. No, maybe he should, actually. It's a borderline one, but on the way out, he probably should have done a little better than he did. It'll make it 4-2. It'll end the game. Give us the W, he says. I'm not confident yet. 45 seconds to play, yeah. Victory clears it. Can we make it 5? Let's make it a convincing win. Cawthorne towards Coker. K's on the run. So's Cawthorne. I think he's off, to be fair. Good little turn. Tucks it in the bottom corner. I think he's offside. The referee has pointed at the centre circle, though. So we'll take a barnstorming 5-2 win. And we can argue in the comments about whether or not we deserve a massive 5-2 win or not. Is Cawthorne off there? You know, I think he might be. I think he might be off. We'll see. Again, like I say, we can argue in the comments as to whether we deserve to win this match by 3 goals. Because we do and we don't. Depending on which metric you use. But we are going to say, outstretched arms, that very, very well done, excellent win. And that's true. Everyone's playing well, brilliantly, yes, it's a satisfying win, fantastic. Right, and that should be enough to secure a top half finish for us. In fact, the half line is there at 7. It's 10 games. Magpies can theoretically pick up... Well, no. Man 62 and Mons Calpe can theoretically pick up 12 points. Which is obviously... I mean, it's enough to go top. But it wouldn't. And honestly, that hiccup against Magpies is very frustrating now. Because honestly, we really are in danger of forming ourselves as possibly Gibraltar's second team. Certainly the third. I mean, we did... Again, you know, you won't believe me unless you watch it. We did comfortably beat Lincoln, even though it was only 2-1. So, yeah, a defeat like that kind of ruins it, really. But anyway, we'll be back in 10 days for college, and I'll see you right there. I know, that was slick, wasn't it? It's almost like I do this for a living. I don't. Nobody pays me a bean. I ruined the slickness by chatting about it, too. I'll just shut up. Nuno Espirito Santo just got sacked by Real Madrid. Things that matter to my career at the minute, that, no. So, on the subject of getting rid of players who aren't really worth the effort, Kai Redgrave has gone to Tooting and Mitcham for the grand sum of nil. I mean, we didn't pay anything for him. We nicked him off Mangotsfield United, who are a Southern League Division 1 West side, possibly. They're actually the nearest football club to where I live, interestingly. I think I mentioned that when I signed him. He played 12 times, scored once, 3 assists, 1 man of the match. He's gone again now. Tooting and Mitcham have taken him on. I'm absolutely fine with that. He'll be a star player for them at £350 a week. Tooting and Mitcham United, who are in the Isthmian Division 1 South Central. Again, showing the standard that we're at. I'm afraid he won't be missed, I'm sorry to say. Never mind, we've still got too many players, if we're being honest, so we'll try and get rid of a few more. But first, we'll play College 75. Blackmore will be in goal with Forrest, Hopper, Hobbs and Victory along the back four. Hawkins and Ferguson in the middle. Kay and Rickard on the wings. Johnson and Coker up top. It's quite a familiar sounding 11, isn't it? I'm tempted to start Cawthorne, if we're being honest. I'm going to start Cawthorne instead of Johnson. Everything else still stands. We're going. It says 11 changes from the last match. That's not true. Obviously, we played a friendly. I accidentally scheduled a friendly for the same day as an under-23s match and then made everyone available for the under-23s. So we lost the friendly quite heftily because it was only a bunch of kids playing in it. Kenny Coke has been very nice. Are we confident? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, that blessed green and white stripes. I miss college. We'll have to go back there at some point, but I am looking forward to going back to college. Looking at the league table, suddenly I'm no longer confident that we can make ourselves the second biggest team. I don't think that's the thing, unfortunately. Bradley Bander is in goal for college. I didn't notice that. Jace Olivero is there. Chris Corcoran. There's a lot of not quite good enough for the Gibraltar national side players there. Blackmore to take a short goal kick. Lays it off nicely to Hobbs. Hobbs chips it forward to Kay, and he's got a bit of work to take on Olivero, but he's just slow. Just run past him. Ferguson with the big old hoof. Christensen will pick it up easily enough. Corcoran to Walker. Back to Corcoran again. Christensen. Henschel. This team is basically a second 11 of Gibraltar. But all of these players, Thaler, Corcoran, Christensen, they're all not quite good enough. But they would make it in if there was a fairly hefty run of injuries in their position. Walker back to Corcoran. Christensen lifts it forward. Hopper underneath it does not win it. Lloyd flicks it off to Thaler, who puts a big old ball over the Bishop Brennan. Thunders it off the crossbar, and we have got away with one. And it looks like it's going to be another one of those games where we're just not particularly encouraging. We have had a shot on target, which is nice. But this feels so much like the Man 62 game, it's not even funny. Also, again, in terms of the unpredictability of this league, last year College finished very low in the season and St. Joseph's did well, and now it's literally the other way around. St. Joseph's are really struggling this year. And for a while, they looked like Gibraltar's third team. So, we have to make ourselves Gibraltar's third team. We have to do it fast. I mean, that has to be now. We have to finish third this year. That's the objective right there. We can do that, into Europe again, make the money again. You do get a good 300 grand for playing in Europe, even if you do get knocked out in the first round like we did. 70th minute. Nothing happening whatsoever. Let's put Cawthorne in the bin. That was obviously a wrong decision. Chris Eaton can have some football. Sam Hart for Forest actually had a good one this time. It's Hopper who's been poor. But defence isn't really the issue, is it? Rickard off. In fact, we'll put Eaton out wide. Rickard off for Johnson. Look at all those players that can play striker. We basically have 5 theoretical strikers on the pitch, and none of them can muster together more than 1 shot on target. 2 shots on target. What do you know? Victory with a high throw. 72nd minute. Ferguson. That looked like a foul throw from here. Victory with a deep cross, and it's an empty net for Hobbs to nod it into, and he still gets it wrong. Banda with the goal kick. Kay leaves it for Victory, who then strolls towards Bishop Brennan. That's not okay. But that's a dreadful pass by Brennan, so who cares? Coker, in front of Johnson, it's a good ball. Johnson versus Christensen. You feel like it was either a... Oh, it is a free... I was going to say, you feel like it's either a goal or a red card, and it was the latter. Christensen given the big old tug. Brennan is off, which is a shame, because I can't make Father Ted references anymore. 75th minute. Come on, demand more. Can we get something off this? Because this is poor, for being honest. It's not like us. We've had 16 shots, 3 on target. And I think we're going to have to settle for the fact that there is a duality to us, isn't there? We are either barnstorming, scoring loads, or completely failing to create chances. Is there a hit the bloody target option? There isn't. Should have won it based on the chances created. That'll have to do. I'm still going to say we're comfortably in the top half. I'm comfortable enough with that. 6 points above 7th. And our remaining games are... Man 62 and Lions, maybe? We'll have a quick look, shall we? No, we'll try pressing the schedule button. Man 62 and Mons Calpe. We've done Lions. I'm happy enough to say we'll come back after the split, possibly for the cup game, depending on who we draw. Possibly even later than that. Although if there's a busy January, we'll definitely be back for the cup game. But I'll let you know when we get there. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you are new, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.